Super Mayhem.
Hello friends, it's Tim here again from Super Mayhem. Oh! And boy howdy, do we have some retro fun for you today. Back in 1992, Sonic fans around the world got their wish when Sega released a sequel to the original Sonic the Hedgehog game. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, or simply Sonic 2 as it is popularly called, brought fans not only their favourite blue hedgehog, but also introduced them to Miles Prower, or Tails as he's more commonly known. The Sonic the Hedgehog 2 game plot goes a little something like this. Dr. Robotnik was supposed to have been destroyed when the factory was destroyed in Sonic the Hedgehog 1. However, like all evil villains, Dr. Robotnik narrowly escapes death to wreak havoc on the world another day, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is that day. The game starts off with Sonic flying off to take a vacation after his long battle with Dr. Robotnik. Sonic flies to a secret island known as the West Side Island. Once on this island, Sonic meets this strange creature with two tails known as Miles Tails Prower. The two instantly become friends during Sonic's vacation. What Sonic does not realize is that Dr. Robotnik has followed him in his own plane to the West Side Island. He is still on the quest to find Chaos Emeralds to fuel his evil Death Egg warship. During his attempt to find all the emeralds, Dr. Robotnik begins by capturing all the animals on the island in a very similar move that he used in the first Sonic the Hedgehog game. Man, that guy must have run out of ideas. Sonic, the law-abiding citizen and fighter for all that is good, cannot let the animals be captured like they were and goes off to fight him. I'm not sure if he worked for the RSPCA, but either way it's a good thing to save animals. This time, he invites his new friend Tails along, and the two fight through worlds and battles to defeat the evil Dr. Robotnik. As many players can tell, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 introduced players the unique ability to play Sonic the Hedgehog as a simultaneous two-player game. At the beginning of the game, players had the choice of playing the game as Sonic, Tails, or Sonic and Tails. It was built into the game that the default play mode was with Sonic, with Tails following behind. The unique feature about Tails was when he played as second player, he could vanish from the screen only to reappear again later. The only difference between Sonic and Tails is that Sonic occasionally ducks in the game, and due to Tails being a bit smaller than Sonic, he does not duck at all. I guess it pays to be a short ass. And Tails, despite his name, does not actually fly in this version of Sonic. The gameplay of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is very similar to that of Sonic the Hedgehog. Players are given 10 minutes to move from the left side of the world to the right side of the world. Players must collect gold rings that can be used as lifelines should Sonic or Tails run into any obstacles or enemies during that time frame. Spread throughout each level are star posts that allow players to save their progress should they die in any level. Then they will start at that checkpoint. Sonic 2 also introduced players to the move known as the Sonic Super Dash. This is where Sonic stands in place, rolls into a ball and revs up to dash off at super speeds. Gotta go fast, right? Differences come into play during the acts. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has worlds that are comprised of 2 acts instead of 3. The first act is just straight through until the end, while the second act ends with Sonic or Tails facing off against Dr. Robotnik in his customized flying machine. Spoilers ahead, it takes 8 hits to defeat him and to be able to move on to the next level. In this version of the game there are 11 worlds that make up the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 game, and each are notably different. Some require Sonic or Tails to fly in a plane, ride a minecart, or even go underwater. The depth of these worlds is actually the biggest difference between Sonic and Sonic 2. There is a special stage mode during Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This time Sonic is followed through a 3-dimensional tube, and he must maneuver around bombs and rings. There are 6 stages and a player can only move on to the next one when the first one has been completed. To complete the level, a player must race through the world and collect 50 rings by the end of the level. When the level is completed, the player is placed back into the world at the checkpoint they left off at. Should all the levels be completed, the player will be able to turn into Super Sonic. So what is Super Sonic? Well, it's a unique version of Sonic that is available only after the player has collected all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Super Sonic has accelerated speeds, higher and higher jumping abilities. However, for some players, Super Sonic is too hard to control at times. He's just gone too fast, man. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 also comes with a 2-player mode that allows players to compete against each other. This is a split-screen game that allows players to race against each other through 2 unique worlds and a special zone. The player who has the highest score that comprises of time through the world and damage wins that level. There's actually an epic video of Danger Dolan totally owning me in this version of the game, so be sure to check that out in the description. Anyway, that's it for today, friends. I really hope you enjoyed this quick look at the second Sonic the Hedgehog game for the Genesis/Mega Drive. If you did, then be sure to leave a like, a comment, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe if you are new to the Mayhem. And that's it for today, friends. I'll catch you soon. Previously on Super Mayhem. If you could add a new outfit for Mario to wear, what would it be? Today the Luigi clap goes to Jake for this hilarious idea of Mario wearing a granddad costume. It seems fitting as I hear old Jake actually showers underneath a mammoth's trunk, just like in the Flintstones. So that's pretty good as well as this answer. And today we will leave you with the question, if Sonic had a new companion, who/what would it be? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and the best, most creative answer will be featured in one of our future videos.